Poor offload, but momentum still on their side. Jacob Cougars in the USIU red zone, trying to play it. And it's a try by the Jacob Cougars.
Jacob go down one more time. Extensioning their lead.
Jacob Cougars bringing in the hands. Massive break through the center. Smith Mohoya setting up to take the extra 2. Current score, Jacob Cougars 15, USIU A Marshals 11.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are stepping in this morning. This is the first match of the day. Just the beginning of the second half. Jacob on the lead. We take this opportunity to recognize our sponsors of the match and tournament. Sport Pesa, Coca-Cola, Teco Hub, SG Security, Impala, Bongana Karyu.
The conversion goes wide.
Conversion wide.
Score remains Jacob Cougars 15, USIU A Marshals 11. 4 points in it, a single try. We're 4 minutes, actually 5 minutes into the second half. We've already had a penalty taken by USIU. And we've had a quick response by the Jacob Cougars. Stamona. And the ball is raised. Not fielded, in fact fielded and taken out by the Jacob Cougars. USIU now having the upper hand about 15 meters away, or rather 10 meters away from the try box. It's been back and forth, the lead changing multiple times. We've had some hot action in the first half. A penalty by USIU from 45 meters out, a try from the wing scored at the center post by the Jacob Cougars. So far, the Jacob Cougars seem to be the ones having the upper hand with getting the ball over the whitewash. USIU utilizing a very big boot. There we go. As you have seen, cleared by Smith Mohoya from the 22. USIU ball about 30 meters out, about 10 meters just out of the 22, as Jacob Cougars start making their changes. You can see the USIU Africa backline taking a 5-man line out there. Clean line out and taken off the top. Playing the second line there by USIU. Dono Chieng taking in, they lose some meters with that play. Taking it wide, Paul Kitui getting it to the wing. Can USIU get something out of this? Can they respond? Remember, 4 points, and it is the varsity final. Referee playing advantage for the turnover. Smith Mohoya giving it quickly to Dave Masinga, who runs into a warm set of shoulders and is held up. Very uncomfortable spot right there. Referee seeing the advantage not being played, gives it to Jacob there. Offside call off that track. Jacob Cougars opting to take the meters. Smith Mohoya given the kicking duties. And it's not out. Can it be fielded? Paul Kitui taking the ball back. The kicking game, as we've seen across the first half. Smith Mohoya taking it, fielding it, giving it to Dave Masinga. Dave Masinga trying to take up the meters. 40 meters out. We can see the Jacob Cougars getting a penalty. Collapsing in the rack there. Remember, even if you're getting for the ball on the defense within the rack, you still have to maintain your feet. Silly penalty they are given by USIU. Especially in this situation, already trailing 4 points, now giving the kicker Smith Mohoya a chance to take to 3. This coming from about 35 meters out. Straight in front of the post, you can see him back off. A kick-off to reset us by USIUA's Paul Kitui. By Dave Masinga, gets the ball in his arms and clears his line. Taken straight out, what a good kick. And play will resume from the line out at the 40-meter line in the USIUA half. Ladies and gentlemen, karibu sana if you're joining us. Kumbuka that M-Pesa number right there, cheza kama wewe, cheza kama wewe. Support us, share the link. Line out not thrown straight there. The momentum seems to be in JKUAT's possession at the moment. Scoring the try, getting the 3. Now the errors are creeping into USIU's game. A throw not straight there. JKUAT take the scrum, and you can see Smith Muhoya, marshalling his side. You can see Dave Masinga standing on the wing. Ball is in. They win the ball. What can they do of it? What a pass. For 2 passes by JKUAT Cougars. And they knock it on. Can USIUA respond? Elvis Kadima salvaging it. The referee takes us back to the handling error by the JKUAT Cougars there. 2 passes off the scrum there. Might have looked forward to me, but according to the ref, they seem like they're okay. We'll take his word for it. Remember, the ref's rule is law when it comes to rugby. Kama mtu elewe hapo kando, mwambie ref ashasema. We're going to have a scrum in the USIU Africa red zone in their 22. They need a clean scrum to get the ball out. Remember, the score is JKUAT Cougars 18, USIUA Marshals 11. 7 points, splitting the two varsity sides. It is a Thika Road derby. USIU located around Safari Park area on Thika Road, and the JKUAT Cougars located in Juja. Ball is in, and the scrum. Incorrect shoving by the JKUAT forwards there. Shoving upwards. Remember, you may have the strength in the scrum, but it still has to be done right. That's what the referee is telling the JKUAT Cougars forwards there. Of indecision there by the USIUA Marshals. They have to take the line out. Paul Kitui kicking the ball. How many meters can he get? But it's in. And it's bouncing. Still bouncing. Will it go dead? No, it won't. Dave Masinga gets the ball. Clears his lines. Dono Chieng tries to field it. Beautiful kick by Dave Masinga there. Capitalizing the space. Called by the TJ, they are saying that Dono Chieng caught the ball on its way out with his foot. We're not so sure if that's what happened, but decision has been made. Seems it's JKUAT Cougars' ball. A brilliant kick there by Dave Masinga, gaining all those meters, 40 meters from inside there. So now they have the line out. Momentum on their side. And the throw is not straight. That line out always being the bane of Kenyan rugby. It's common to see a lot of throws not going straight. Coaches, players, hookers, and line out jumpers, take note. That is a critical area. The team that dominates the line out normally has the advantage. But in this case, the Cougars losing their line out to a bad throw, and now it's a scrum 40 meters out to the JKUAT Cougars. The score is JKUAT 11, JKUAT 18, USIU 11. USIU feeding the scrum with Kimeli here. JKUAT, the ascendancy on that scrum, but USIU gets the ball out. Paul Kitui puts the ball on his boot, as he has done so far so many times. Dave Masinga with amazing fielding there, but the defense is on him. JKUAT are still gaining the meters. They take the ball up the 50. It's now forwards play. Another phase by the JKUAT Cougars. You can see the USA Africa defense backpedaling. Handling error there. Referee calls offside. And another opportunity for Smith Mohoya to take the meters for the JKUAT Cougars. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is the IMPALA FLOODLIT 2025 varsity final. We will have the club plate final being played after this, with KCB taking on the Strathmore Leos. And right after that, we have a number of games. We will have club third and fourth, where IMPALA RFC, the hosts of the tournament, will be taking on 1U, the Black Blood, in the third place. We have the women's final, where Mwamba Women will be taking on the IMPALA Roans. And then we'll have the grand final under the floodlights. The oldest club in the country, Nondescript RFC, taking on the boys from the refinery, the Menengai Oilers. Meanwhile, on the field of the lineout, USIU gaining a turnover. The attacker not releasing the ball, leading to a turnover. We can see Elvis Kadima with the decision making there. Gives it to Paul Kitui, the reliable kicker. Kitui with the kick manages to get some 20 meters. 56 minutes on the clock. 7 minutes splitting the two varsity sides. JKUAT Cougars with 18, the USIU A Marshals with 11. This is the varsity final. On the other side of the RFUA grounds, we have the varsity plate being played. There we go. JKUAT Cougars taking in the meters, going over the 50-meter line, playing it to his backs. The hard hit, but the ball still goes out on the 40-meter line by the JKUAT Cougars, connecting phases as they have so far. USIU Africa defense trying to match up, and see Smith Mohoya trying to make sure that the first line is where the ball is gaining the meters, and the JKUAT Cougars, the ball spills out of the rack there. Have USIU retrieved it? They retrieve it, pouncing on a loose ball. Kimeli indecisive there, takes it back the other side. Phase play in possession. Key weapon. Marshals with the front foot here, giving their forwards, but no meters gained per se there. They play to the back line. Paul Kitui plays the second line. A hard carry there, gaining some few meters. The forwards reset. Randy with the carry, tries to play his second man, but a handling error there. I didn't see the need to unload in traffic. The JKUAT Cougars playing the advantage, and now they lose it. And the ref calls a handling error. Handling error to the JKUAT Cougars. You can hear this, the bench, Tom Lagat, USA Africa coach, complaining that the advantage is not played there, but the decision has been played. Some noisy fans in the background, if you can hear them. A scrum on the 40-meter line within the JKUAT Cougars half. Ball to the JKUAT Cougars. The score is 18-11. JKUAT Cougars scrum giving in there. There's still a fight. Remember, 7 points. Just one converted try will have both teams level. Ball to Paul Kitui. He goes for the line out. A good reliable kick just around the 22-meter line. 20 meters from the J-Court Cougars try box. Let's see what the forwards can cook up to give them the front foot. If you are joining us right now, karibu sana. Share the link here on evansbet TV. I am your commentator, David Mango from XIX Sports, and I will be with you across the day as we enjoy some rugby all the way until the sun sets and the floodlights switch on. Welcome to the IMPALA FLOODLIT 2025 tournament. Current game on the field, USIU Marshals taking on the J-Court Cougars in the varsity final. USIU with the advantage there. Advantage from a maul. No meters gained there. And the ball is there. They play the back line. They cook a move. The tackler misses there. The forwards reset in the J-Court Cougars red zone, 20 meters from their try box. Nothing in there from Kwame Luchavoli, catching the ball low. Not much he could have done. Sniping off the edge of the rack. Kimeli still playing blind for USIU. And the ref calls a penalty. Elvis Kadim of the USIU Marshals. And USIU are opting for quick play here. Can see their forwards realign. A quick tap and go. In the J-Court Cougars 22 in the red zone. Kadima there with another carry, keeping his feet. Gets up, takes a meter or two. In the boiler room, ladies and gentlemen, in the boiler room, in the J-Court Cougars 22. Will the J-Court Cougars defense hold? Another carry. And they play the back line. Still on his feet. Rock secured. Sniped on the edge. Can see the forwards hunker down there. Ball taken. A spin and a meter or two gained. It's a war of attrition, ladies and gentlemen. Moment of truth. Remember, 7 points, keep it. The forwards hunker down. Randy with the pick there. Barely gained. Kimeli feeds it out. Kitui. Kadima. And it's nice and easy for the USIU.
Something has been cooking for a moment. And now they confirm it with a touchdown.
USIU Africa's Denzel getting over the line. Phase after phase after phase. The ball fed to the back. Ball taken out wide. Simple try. The J-Court Cougars defense just not being able to handle the numbers.
Denzel Washington goes down for USIU to carve out the gap. Rabin standing at 7 points.
USIU with 18. USIU with 16. Sorry, J-Court Cougars with 18. The 2 points on the line here with Paul Kitui from around the touch line. And the conversion is wide.
The score stay J-Court 18. USIU 16. Quite a close match. Ladies and gentlemen, the first match of the day for the final day of the 42nd edition of the IMPALA FLOODLIT tournament. Coming in, our sponsor is Safaricom, SG Security, Coca-Cola, Official Care, Tico Hub, bring us good matches, high quality matches.
2 points splitting the two sides. 65 minutes into the game so far. JKUAT Cougars making their substitutes. And Smith Mohoya giving us the kickoff. Goes deep. Dono Chieng fielding it. Gives it to Paul Kitui, who clears his lines. Dave Masinga fielding it at the back of the JKUAT Cougars. Takes up the meters. Tries to snipe, tries to take it up, but goes down just 50. Just over the 50. Tough pass by the 9. That pass killing the momentum of that carry, but they still have the ball. Up and under. Dono Chieng with the handling error there. Bad bounce. Just couldn't feel the ball in his hands right there. JKUAT Cougars now with the ascendancy, getting a scrum from about 30 meters out. Coming from that handling error by Dono Chieng. We've seen the kicking game being utilized, with both sides having some lethal kickers. SIU having Paul Kitui doing most of the kicking duties alongside the number 9 Kimeli. Meanwhile, for the JKUAT Cougars, we've seen Smith Mohoya pairing it up with Dave Masinga. Both sides having the talisman. Meanwhile, JKUAT Cougars winning the ball off the scrum. Smith Mohoya getting the ball, plays it short. A carry by the center there. Play another phase. And they punch the line. Block with a solid carry, but goes in high there. Not held up. The referee calling advantage to JKUAT, who ran the ball.
Try time, JKUAT.
And the lock crashing over the line.
One more try. Pushing it to 23. Against 16. For those tuning in, you have enough vendors of the day. More food, platters, drinks, and enough rugby for the day. Come all, come with family and friends. Let's have a good one at IMPALA Floodlights. With our sponsors, I will carry you. Sport Pesa, Bongana carry you. SG Security, Capital FM, Cohab, Coca-Cola, and Official KRU.
Smith Mohoya getting the 2.
JKUAT 25, USIU 16.
Can't be calling me now. JKUAT Cougars with 5. SIU with 16. 11 points now. 9 points, sorry. The difference between the two is SIU take the kickoff. JKUAT Cougars now with the momentum. Dave Masinga running behind the man and kicking and taking up the meters. Charge down. Chaos in the SIU. Rugby 22. Can they salvage the chaos? Up and under by Paul Kitui. You can hear the call for obstruction there on the Dave Masinga play, but the ref already made his decision. But USIU Africa get the ball. A penalty advantage. About 10 meters from their own try box. Give Paul Kitui the kicking duties to gain the meters, maybe salvage something from that bad play. Kitui taking the ball up to the 50-meter line. 9 points, splitting JKUAT Cougars and USIU. Remember, this is around the 70th minute of the game. We've had the first half. Key talisman for the game, Smith Muhoya scoring the points for the JKUAT Cougars. Good line out there. As I was saying, Smith Muhoya taking the points for the JKUAT Cougars. Paul Kitui kicking the points for the USIU A Marshals. We have had some tries by USIU. That is a try by Denzel Washington and Jeremy Bakro work by the USIU Marshals to score their tries. Meanwhile, for the JKUAT Cougars, we have had tries from out wide, from their number 11 and from their lock. About 3 or 4 tries scored by